Yes.
So Leo, let's start with this. How high are you?
So high.
Okay, great. Okay. Actually, hold on just one moment. I need to go grab my very large bottle of Coke from the fridge.
So that's where he stores his Coke. Hello, everyone. Yes, we're going to be reading things. I took a peek at a couple of these, and it's an interesting mix. Do do do. Where the hell is that chain? Oh, way down here. I'm proud of all of you. Mm, wait. My first time listening, and with what Foxtail asked me earlier today, I'm concerned. What did they ask you? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I hope not. Mm, where? There. I have read one of these before, so just I am excited to continue to read. Do. There's a lot of you. Hello. Danger. He's not back yet. Okay. Buongiorno. Have y'all been having a good day? What's up with y'all? Several people are typing. Today was Pog, got Elden Ring, nothing much else. I do have a couple of snacks behind me, but do not make me think about food. I will start eating. Errands and theory crafting. Dice, not really. Shares power. It's the pan. The pan image. Evil stare. Is setting up for software gib. No, they're my snacks. Back off. Yeah, this is what happens. You know, I mean, yes, let me just open up my stomach, place an entire block of cheese in. No, I don't. Shut up. No, I don't.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hello, danger.
How much of that did you hear?
I didn't hear a lot.
No, it was just my father called me as I was going to get some shit.
Oh,
Foolery, you're in the audience. Get your
ah,
ass up here.
fuck. Get him up here. Get him up. Get him up.
Get your ass
Oh,
up. Hey, all right.
it's you.
All right. So, I guess while we were
One
in
second, let
here,
me actually hook up the good microphone.
the Gucci microphone. Yeah, just hook that up.
Oh, Grand, Foxtail, Sanatorium, Foxtech, Infinity Cube, Nocturne, Crippled, Crab, Diamond Devil, Baticus, Miss Nerdy, Rosalia Fern, Demon Lord, Renikara, Borg, Blair, Wolfenstein, Sage the Mage, Gibson, Skeletal Oxo, Novelli, not Jake, Firestar.
Testing.
Marketable
1, 2.
plushie Tate and AM. Hello!
Yes, hello, everybody.
There we are. There we are.
You sound even more Irish now. Good.
Thank you. I'm very American, so I just do fake Irish accent.
This is fair. We have a couple of fan fictions to read.
Couple. All right. So,
I don't like where any of these are going.
yeah, no,
The
we don't
Beast
like.
Within, Chimera Exione. What the fuck type of smut is this?
It's gonna get worse. But anyways, we can start a little bit early. So, hello, everybody, and welcome to the third official Mortesian Syndicate fanfiction contest. You all cannot speak, so we will do it for you. Who is excited? Woo! Yeah, yeah, woo! Wonderful! Yeah, it's
If you lead me into a story, I'm beating you.
Huh. I think it's a little late for that one.
All right. So, what this is we have a bunch of fan fictions that have been submitted by our wonderful community members, and we are going to read them out live, and we are going to judge them. And for this, we have 3 criteria that we are going to be judging each of these fan fictions by. That, of course, being, let me get this up very quickly because I exited out of this page. Is this a fan fiction? Is it well written, and does it set out to do what it is meant to do? It's a 30-point total, so 30 points is, superb fan fiction. Like, we think it fits like all these criteria and gets 10 out of 10s in all of them. So yeah, I think we can start. Actually, no. First, everyone up here, if you have a drink, open it, and we're gonna do a toast. All right. We're gonna.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna finish these drinks because we're gonna need it.
All right. This stuff's really strong, so I'm just going to have a sip to begin with before I start just doing shots and obliterate myself.
Oh god. All right. You all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Cheers.
Minecraft drinking noise.
Salute.
Love Diplomatico. It's good
I
rum.
should-
Very
I should not-
expensive. Very high proof.
I should not have chugged this. God fucking damn it.
Why?
Because I'm chugging a fucking carbonated drink.
Jesus.
Yeah, I also have the Soda Shop cream soda Dr. Pepper can of that on hand as a chaser.
Very nice.
All right, so here we're going to be doing this. Also, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these fucking fan fictions to go through. We might not read through the full thing, especially if your name is in sanatorium. I mean, you decided to write like God knows how many fucking pages of this shit. You know what? Let me see how long your fucking thing is. Yeah, it's 21 pages. So, we're gonna say if you want to go read these fully, go do so. Yeah, these are really good. If you want to, do that and feel numb for the rest of your life, go do that. I've done enough talking though for right now, so let's just jump into it. So yeah, first we have got from Nocturne, Emotional Damage, a Cecilia X Fox fanfiction. And Nocturne is in this call right now, so gonna invite you up to speak, and you're gonna give us a little idea of what this fanfic's all about. Come on, get up here, get the fuck up here, get the fuck up here, Noct, get the fuck up, come on! I'm the only one with energy up here.
Ah,
There we go. I
I-
figured
I
it
am-
out. Okay, poggers.
I am saving my energy for Mostly anger.
Mostly anger.
That is a good way to live by. Yes, that's good.
All right. So this one is something I wrote when I couldn't sleep because all I could think about was this idea, and it is aptly named. Let me just put it that way.
Oh god damn it. Who's calling?
Ring ring. How bro?
Hello, it's God. You're fucking up right now.
So, would you like me to read it, or do you want to read it?
We're going to be reading it, but it was mostly just we bring up the authors here to basically tell us a little bit about their fanfiction and what to expect from it.
Yeah. Expect pain, but also daw.
I don't know what either of those mean, but I'm scared. All right, so
Enjoy.
you can go back into the peanut gallery now. So, yeah, now with that out of the way, who wants to start us off?
Well, I have read this one before, so I feel like somebody else should have the experience of reading it for the first time, like to read it
You're
out loud
right.
to people.
I have not read any of these beyond
Foolery,
what the
thank you
Google
for
Docs
volunteering.
preview. God fucking damn it.
Alright.
All right.
We're gonna read this a page at a time. So it's Foolery, you read one page. I'll read the next. Leo, you read the one after me. We'll just keep cycling through. All right.
Yep.
Okie doke. We ready, Nen?
Yes.
All right. Various cursed warriors, not of allied banners, surrounded Celia Fox and several other members of the Syndicate. A battle lashes out in the streets of Babylon. Cecilia, not used to fighting in direct contact, struggles at first, but very quickly adapts to their surroundings, lopping off heads and hitting the warriors with precision. Watching the two of them fight side by side was like watching a dance of death, the Consigliere and the Dawn of the Rosas del Diablos. Within the blood and such, Celia's face is twisted into a dangerous smile. They do not realize it, but a small part of them is laughing inside, enjoying the dangerous rush of carnage. The battle seemed to die down, victory just within their grasp, when an unexpected strike came into Fox's blind side. The champion of Baphomet, enraged and looking for vengeance, went to slice at Fox, who was just able to dodge in time. Flashbacks came to his mind from the war, but he steeled himself, prepared to take it down. Cecilia, noticing the hulking figure lashing out at Fox, turns and twists their face into a snarl. Rage fills their mind as they stand side by side with Fox against this new, now seemingly stronger threat to their home. With coordination, they fight this champion. But a single moment of hesitation from Cecilia, the champion goes to strike at Fox, back pinned against the wall. Cecilia lunges forward, and the champion strikes them right in the lung, puncturing it right in front of Fox. The champion flings their body off into the park, and Fox takes his brief opportunity to create a body double. The double fights the champion for a bit, distracting it for the time being, while Fox rushes to Cecilia's side, a panic in his face. Cece, are you okay? Cecilia, weakened and losing consciousness, smiles as much as they can muster and replies, I don't know. Probably not. They wince and their body starts to waver as they lay there. Fox notices and calls out for a medic to see to them immediately. Cecilia, hands covered in blood, not their own, reaches up with one hand to touch his face. With the last bit of strength they have, they smile their warmest smile, filled with love and sadness, and speaks to him, voice slowly disappearing into a whisper that only Fox can hear. I'll just finish out the sentence. As they say his true name, followed by their final words before they lose consciousness.
I love you. They pass out, hand flopping to the ground, leaving the fingered streak of blood on Fox's face. Once the medic arrives to take care of him, Fox turns to the new version of this champion of Baphomet. The champion, having just realized it was bamboozled, turns to him in return. The last thing we see and hear is the sound of a young man yelling, a champion raging, and both of them lunging at each other. After the battle was won, at the cost of a few injured casualties, Medics were able to bring the injured to the various rooms of the Omerta. With quick haste, the medics rush Cecilia to a room and begin stabilizing them. Fox quickly begins looking for them, and Shag gets his attention. They both head to Cecilia's emergency room, where they wait in the living room anxiously. Fox, on the inside, becomes worried and terrified that he might lose them, blaming himself for what happened, but also knowing that what's done is done, and all they can do is wait. The wait was long, and the silence was heavy as the medics worked. Finally, Poi and his team exit the bedroom area, Poi branching off to talk to Shav and Fox. Well, good news is she's stable, for now. Her cursed body seems to have forced her into a coma to fight off death's door while she waited for medical attention, he remarked, a little intrigued. A miracle, sure, but I imagine that the cost of how long she'll be out. I do not know the estimated time when she will awake, but in the meantime we will monitor her situation on and off. Fox nodded. Thank you. Can we go see her? Oh, one moment.
I can pick up from here. Poi nods in return, and then goes to wash his hands before leaving to go assist with another injured person. Fox and Shav stand up and go to the room where Cecilia lays unconscious. Yet their face seem to twist and wince in pain. The sight is worrisome, and inside it brings Fox despair, despite the somewhat good news. Shav puts his hand on Fox's shoulders to comfort him, but he is not comforted. Instead, he is back to being upset with himself, worried for them, and feeling an unease in the room that he can't quite place. From then on, every day for a week, Fox came by to see them, with the occasional Wither or Shav there as well. Every day they would twist and turn in their coma-like state, muttering inaudibly things and whimpering in pain. The unease never leaves the room, even despite Poi and his team reassuring that, physically, their body was stable and fine. After about 2 weeks since the incident, something changed. While Shav and Fox discussed some Diablos business in the living area, an audible gasp could be heard, followed by a crashing sound, and the sound of panicked movement in the next room. Worried but hopeful, they both rush in and see an absolutely terrified Cecilia hiding under a blanket in a curled up ball in the corner of the room, next to a broken potted plant that was knocked out of the way. Fox had only seen something like this a couple of times from them. Cecilia rarely showed much fear, even when they were young, but when they did, it was a total shutdown. In the past, they would have hidden under the bed or in a closet, fearful and defensive, hissing at anyone unfamiliar. Even when they had warmed up to him, they would recoil in terror and hide deeper in an enclosed space, sobbing uncontrollably until they let themselves sleep, with Fox nearby, falling asleep, or at least laying next to them. Oh, I hope I'm reading this all right. A similar sight was before him, his face instantly filled with worry. Shav, only having seen this once or twice, goes to walk up to them. He goes to touch them, but instantly, they recoil farther into the wall as much as they can, trying to stay away from his touch. Shav, unfazed, finally touches their arm, and instantly an ear-piercing scream rings out, with them pushing him out of the way and rushing back to the bed, burying themselves in the other blankets as much as possible in a whimper and sob. Fox winces at the scream, both from the pain and from the heart-shattering sound echoing in the room.
I can start again if you want.
All right.
This was far different than in the past. Something in their coma, sleep, traumatized them deeply, and it hurt to see them like this, so vulnerable and so scared. Shav, shocked and taken aback by their violent reaction, stands up and brushes off the dirt of the potted plant that got on him when they ran past. A moment of worried silence, then someone comes in from the hotel security. Is everything okay here? I heard a scream come from here, one of the female legionnaires said with haste. Shav, despite the slight shock, walks up to her and smiles sadly and replies, We're fine. The patient just woke up. but is very skittish right now. If you could let your medic team know and to come check on her when we've got her calmed down, we would be very grateful. The guard nods and leaves to go do so, breathing a slight sigh of relief. However, the tension does not clear over the very quiet crying coming from the mess of blankets. Fox, just having watched this whole scene, flinches himself out of the brief shock to walk quietly and carefully to the bedside. Chav, noticing what he is doing, stays out of the living room to calm his nerves a little, or stays out the living room to calm his nerves a little. As Fox approaches, he whispers in a very gentle, calm voice to them, careful not to spook them any further. Cece, it's me, Zorro. Can I sit next to you, please? He says, his words trying desperately to reach out to them. A moment of silence, a sniffle, then a nod from the blanket mass hiding poor Cecilia. He sits down on the bed next to them, carefully and slowly, taking off his shoes. They flinch at the sound of shoes falling on the ground, and Fox apologizes, reassuring them that it was just shoes he was taking off, as if talking to a child. They whimper, a small sniffle escaping as they move in the blanket mass. Fox, very carefully, crawls to the mass, slowly peeling away some of the layers of blanket hiding them. Once he finally sees their head buried in their arms, he breathes out a sigh of relief he had been holding that without realizing it. Despite his worry, he smiles slightly, happy to have finally found them. I'll pass it off to Danger now.
Hey, thought I lost you in that sea of blankets there, he chuckled. How are you feeling? Cecilia sniffs, then replies in a hoarse voice. Not dead, at least. Good. I'm scared I lost you back there, he answers back, honestly. Cecilia looks up a little from their arms. In a blanket wrap, their bare feminine figure shows ever so slightly, shivering not from cold, but from fear. The look they give him breaks his heart, and, for once, he shows it visibly. It brings him near tears, seeing them so terrified. He reaches out to touch them reflexively, brushing their hair away from their face a little. They let Fox do this, tears falling down their face as he does so. Do you want to talk about it, Cece? He asks hesitantly. Cecilia hesitates, and then begins to speak in a voice so unlike them, so hoarse and afraid. They wouldn't stop touching me, everywhere. They were tearing and ripping me apart over and over. They would have the choke on the words coming out of their mouth, the fear hitting back hard. However, they continue, and it just kept happening, over and over again. And I can't count how many times I screamed and begged for it to stop, how despite my anger, I could do nothing but be helpless, crying out for you or someone, anyone to save me. All they did was laugh. Finally, I woke up and they decided they were bored with me and stabbed me in the heart. Fox listened, his breath taken away by the raw pain they expressed in their voice. He knew how they sounded when hurt, but this was worse. Every word broke a heartstring, and so badly he wanted to hold them tight, but instead waited until they were finished speaking. He reached out to them and held their huddled, naked form tight, not once looking at it with in any way disrespectful. The touch made Cece flinch ever so slightly, then melt instantly in his arms, letting out a long sob, relieved to be awake and knowing he was there beside them. Fox held them tight, face buried in their bare shoulder, trying not to show himself crying a little for them, wanting to take away all this fear, all this suffering they were feeling. Even if it was for a while, the release of tension in the room was satisfying to them both. Okay, pass it off to Leo.
Okie doke. Alright. While this happened, Shao could feel the emotion from the living room. Respectfully, he left, quietly closing the door behind him. He smiled a little, knowing they would take care of each other for as long as they lived. It gave hope to the otherwise dreary past couple of weeks the Diablos felt. At the base, it was not the same without Cecilia's warm but firm hand. He headed back to HQ so he could tell Wither and the staff that was there know that their matrona was finally awake and maybe plan a welcome home celebration for them. Ooh. After a long while of crying and emotional reeling, Fox pulls out of the embrace and kisses their head soft, whispering, You are safe, Cece. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere, I promise. Cecilia takes one last sniffle and replies, Me too. I'm not going anywhere either, Sorrel. I promise. He smiles into her hair, smelling the sweet, calming scent they always give off unintentionally. Not long after, Fox realizes that he's holding them while they are naked. Even though nothing indecent was really exposed, his face turns bright red and he pulls away, apologizing profusely. Cecilia laughs for the first time since they woke up, covering themselves up again while blushing a little, and asks for their nightgown. Fox instantly gets up and goes to a small suitcase he brought of their clothes and tosses one of their modest nightgowns at them, all while Cecilia continues to chuckle as at this spectacle. Once changed into the gown, they give the okay to turn back around. Laying down, Cecilia pats the bed while there is a space next to them and motions for him to come lay down with them, the warmth of their smile having returned. It eased the embarrassment, and a look of softness that only he showed to them appeared on his face, a smile that always melted Cecilia's heart.
He goes back to the bed and lays down next to them, and they curl up together as they usually do, holding hands with their tails crossed over one another. Pure smiles of true love between them appear on their faces, and the last tear shed by Cecilia that night, this time, was of happiness and not of despair. They fall asleep this way, the room filled with an air of love and comfort. However, not long after, Poi comes in. Seeing the sleeping pair, however, he decides to wait until morning to check in on the Matrona, seeing that they were in good hands, as it were, right now. He quietly leaves with a sigh and returns to his duties. The sleeping couple rests blissfully despite this. Not once do they acknowledge Poi having entered, then left. They both open one eye of their eyes when they hear the door close and chuckle quietly as they fall back asleep, just like they did as kids. For now, all is safe and quiet in this space. And for the both of them, that's all they needed right now. Oh, that hit me in the feels. Oh, man. I just got to say, right off the bat, very well written, Nocturne. You definitely know how to play at somebody's heartstrings. Very well done. I'm gonna give it four. Let's see. What is it? Or I forget how this scoring thing is working exactly, and I'm stalling for time because Danger is deafened and muted. Let's see if
The
I can
ranking of this. Hold on. It is written down somewhere.
It was in the general meeting room. Let's see here. So guidelines for judging the fanfic. A total of 10 points for each category. First category is it fanfiction? Is it an alternative universe, non-canon, fanfic-esque? I guess this would be a non-canon fic, so I would say this is a 10 out of 10 points in the fanfiction department because this never happened, hence it is fanfiction. What would you rate it in that department, Leo?
It completes what it intended to do.
As a fanfiction?
Yeah.
So would you say it is a 10 out of 10, or what would you give it out of 10?
This is a strange ranking system.
Yes, it is. Blame Danger for this one, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I originally came up with this. Maybe we should change how this is ranked.
Maybe if it's worded.
It'd just be like, did we enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I would say that would qualify as well written. The second question. I didn't notice any major grammatical errors, any run-on sentences, nothing that would be considered, I don't know, disqualifying or quantifying it being a bad piece of literature, as it were. And it set out to mean to do what it meant, which is, I think, be a little depressing, but also very heartwarming in the end. I don't know. I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10 across the board for a total of. I'm gonna say this has 30 points. That's what I'm gonna give it. I hope Danger's all right.
I hope he is too. I'm going to rate this. Okay. Whoa! Oh, something fell off my desk. Okay. If the question now is like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much I enjoyed it in this, yeah, 10. I enjoyed it. I really liked it.
So you're gonna give it 10s across the board then?
I suppose, yeah.
All right, so that's a 30 out of 30 from me and a 30 out of 30 from Leo. Also, Leo, did you decide to actually get high? You never actually said that you were going to.
I did.
That explains a lot. Don't worry, I'm well on the way to getting fucking blitzed. To the 26 people listening, good fucking luck. This is probably going to be a rough listen. I can continue to waffle on, waiting for Danger to return, or we could try to. Fox says, "Fuck yeah, get blitzed." Hell yeah, my gamer. We getting turned up in this mofo. Can you? Jesus.
Wait,
Maybe.
okay, hold on.
Wait.
This ranking system, let's toss it away of a 30-point system. Let's just make it a out of 10 of the history of fan fiction that you've ever read in your entire life, depending on
10.
the worst one that you've read to the very best one that you've ever enjoyed. Where would this one lie on that scale for you personally? Let's just change it to out of 10.
Out of 10. Okay. Well, I'm probably not going to give anyone a 10 unless somebody turns into frickin' like Philip K. Dick levels of literature up in this biznatch. So I'm gonna give that an 8. If we're gonna go with fan fiction, we're just gonna go with an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
I've read a lot of fan fiction. I have read the entirety of Fallout Equestria. Jesus fucking Christ. So, and I would say that's a 6 at best. So, congrats, Nocturne. You're a pretty good fanfic writer.
I would give it a 9. That is what I would give it. Purely based on like writing style. And that's about, like, I enjoyed it a lot though.
Understandable. Fox says, "You fucking crazy person reading Fallout Equestria." Yeah, man. Former Brony here, man. I got nothing to hide. Hey, Grand said he was one too, so don't be. Don't watch who you judge.
I'm not about to judge. I was friends with bronies.
Hey, yo, why the fuck are you doxing me? What the fuck?
He is
Just because
listening.
I was a changeling bat pony don't mean shit, my guy. Just because Queen Chrysalis is my goat, my guy, don't you fucking at me.
Okay, Gibson has to go soon. He would like to
Agreed.
hear us read his story. So,
His is short, so we can do his.
okay, let me get to the contest submissions. If it's real short, then maybe I should read this one. How short is it? Oh, it's literally. I will read this then. Let's go for this then. All right, let's read this masterpiece. The Forbidden Love by Gibson Trash Panda. Oh, you need to say something. Okay, we need to bring Gibson up here. How do we do that? I don't know how this works.
Shoot. I also don't quite know how this works. Okay. Where is he?
Well, you guys are moderators. I'm not, so you can like invite people to speak.
There we go.
Also, I see how this is. The capo doesn't get moderator problems. I see how it goes.
All right, I just want to clarify something to everybody that before you hear this and want to bury me 6 feet under, I was told this was a cringe competition. Straight up and down a cringe competition. That's what I wrote, and you're about to go through hell. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
That's really what we're here for.
And I will say this, for what it is and what it was going for, cringe. It's fucking cringe. It's awful. It's an abomination to God. Like, God strike me down and Satan drag me to hell.
Okay, man. I think we get it. Anything else to say?
Don't blame me for the nightmares you have tonight.
Get back into the fucking audience, you cringe ass nene baby, before I beat you. All right, I'm reading this as Seamus now because I'm well on the way to getting fucking drunk. All right, the Forbidden Love. It was at the end of the day in Babylon. Grand was on his way to his private quarters when he sighs and looks at the doorway, a slight smile coming across his face. He opens the door to find his secret lover, John F. Kennedy, sitting on his bed. John blushes and pats the spot on the bed beside him, and Grand sits beside him holding his hand and says, "My love." Oh my God.
Before we continue, I'm just very glad that I can be abusive to you and bully you whenever I see you because of this. Honestly, thank you for writing this, because now I have a reason for my hatred. Carry on.
All right, where was I? My love, I do not know how long I can keep our love a secret. John brushes a bright red, holding Grand close, saying, "Not much longer, my love, for I have a question for you." "Oh?" Grand says, looking deep into John's eyes, wishing he could just plant a deep kiss onto John's soft lips. John gets on his knees and asks Grand with tears in his eyes, "Grand, my love, will you please marry me?" Grand bursts out into tears and kisses John deep on the lips and says, "Yes, my love, yes, I will be yours until the end of time, the end of the universe and beyond. I will be your Spider-Man to your Mary Jane. I will be your Goku to your Chi-Chi, your Ted to your Isaac." They both cry so much that tears start to fill the hotel, and everyone is washed out onto the hotel onto the streets. Grand looks at John and he says with a worried look, "We will need to get enough seats for Isaac and Ted's 1,000 children, my love. Don't tell Isaac, but half of them are mine." John giggles and says, "Oh, it is fine, my love. We will adopt half of them and teach them all to Fortnite dance." Thus, the true love story of John and Grand comes to a close as they cuddle for the rest of the night. All right, I'm down on the rest of this fucking shot. Good God. Are you happy? Is this what you fucking apes wanted? Is this what we're here for? Just to fucking suffer? I give it a 0. I give it a 0 out of 10. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. No, in all serious, since you were told that this was a cringe competition, and you set out to make deliberate cringe, I give you a 5. Congratulations, you're 1 point below Fallout Equestria. It's pretty cringe, bro. Pretty cringe. Leo, what do you make of this abomination?
Because it was completely intentional to try and reach like a height of disgusting beauty, I will give it a 6.
All right, so that's 11 points on the board for our Pinkie Pie avatared friend, Gibson. I better open up I'm going to open up a tally here. Sticky notes. Sticky notes. All right. What did we give Nocturne? You gave her a 9. I gave her an 8. So that was a 17. Gibson gets an 11. Congratulations, Gibson. I'm pretty sure you just gave me cancer. At the very least, liver failure. All right. Moving right along, since Danger has still not returned in this time limit, and Grand is now deafened, I think he is probably actively plotting a murder. Where do we go from here, Leo? What would you recommend next?
We read another.
And that is helpful. Do we just go to Insanatoriums and pick up where we left off in the queue?
Yes.
All right. Insanatorium. This better like clean the filth out of my mouth, or yeah. It's better be Jimmy X chairs, says Rinkara. I hope not. I swear to God, if this one is Jimmy copulating with the chair, we're gonna have a problem.
May I read the first page?
Sure. Go right for it. I need a fucking break.
I'm going to say, like, before we even start, that I am excited.
Borg, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Borg, I see you in there. You make those kinds of fucking puns, my man, and I will fuck on you for that. All right. Carry on. Just the tavern mutes is worse than a fucking Twitch stream. Holy shit. Can we get some pogs in the chat for your boy Seamus? Oh my God, look at him. Look at him go. You fucking sheep. You fucking sheep. You sheep. Oh my God.
Look at them go. More.
Cube breaking out the OG Pog, the banned Pog, the forbidden Pog.
Kill him.
All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on this fucking dumpster fire of a chat while you get a start on this.
All right. Okay. Good morning, Babylon. It's your favorite radio host. And guess what today is? That's right, February 14th, Valentine's Day. You know, the day we celebrate that guy that was beheaded because he married people as often as a priest from Las Vegas. So find a date to fuck her up with. Or I'm laughing at you for being sad and alone. Not joking. I know where you live. No clouds or rain today, except maybe over your head in a metaphorical way if you don't find it a date. So have a good Valentine's Day, Babylon, and catch the radio's next new time with your host. Jesus. Stepping in front of a mirror one last time to check if their fancy suit was fixed properly, young Mr. Mindell gave a small smile to his reflection. A quick and light brush of his hand swept a dangling black hair away from his face. Tonight is going to be lovely, the young man reassured himself as one of his hands lightly drummed 2 fingers against the lower part of his chest in nervousness. Tonight is going to be lovely, he repeated it to himself as he calmed down. Hold on. Whew. Slowly nodding his head a few more times. Tonight is going to be lovely, he repeated once more, taking a deep breath, then letting a slow release leave his lips, giving a final nod to the mirror. He left its gaze so it once more stared blankly at the nearby wallpaper. Closing the curtains and shutting the lights, the room was soon engulfed in darkness, save for a single candle. Picking up the candle by its wax and walking across the room, the young man stopped in front of a board with letters and numbers written across the wood and a planchette laying on top. Taking another deep breath, and curling his long lip, he placed 2 fingers lightly on top the planchette. When we meet the preacher, I'll say, the man said, having a little rhythm in his wording. A few moments pass, and the planchette begins moving across the board. Planchette stops when it reaches the yes on the board. Pausing for another second or two, the little pieces of wood begins moving over to the letters below. S, I, R.
The young man made a small chuckle as it continued moving. He could already tell who was guiding the planchette, but he still kept his fingers touching the small piece of wood. T H A T S M Y B A B Y. No, sir, I don't mean maybe, Mindell replied and then sung softly to the board. All right, just making sure it was you. I'll see you soon. The young man then said, leaning over and speaking to it in a casual manner, that with a smile on his face. Walking a few steps away from the board, the young man placed the candle on a small nightstand set next to what looked like to be a bathtub. Without even rolling up the sleeve of his fancy suit, he reached into the tub, swirling his hand around in the water. Just a tad bit more, he mumbled to himself as he picked up the nearby towel with his free hand, using it to scoop up a finely grounded substance from the large bag. Pouring the substance in, he set the towel down and swirled his arm in the water once more. Perfect, the young man said to himself as he walked around the tub, grabbing an edge and lifting his foot into it before putting the other in. With his shoes, dress, and everything still on, young Mr. Mindell climbed into the tub, soaking nearly everything on his person. His body didn't sink into the water, however, as it floated up above the water with ease. Mindell looked down to see a little tub tray set on top of the porcelain, the tray holding what looked to be a fancy revolver with numerous engravings and gold oddities. The revolver cylinder didn't appear to have any bullets, much less holes or to put bullets in. Just a gold-colored cylinder with symbols engraved on its side. Tonight is going to be lovely, the young man reassuringly repeated to himself as he carefully reached up and positioned the revolver, sitting it up on the tray and pointing the barrel towards himself. Pulling the tray closer to his head, he adjusted it until the revolver's barrel was comfortably sitting on top of his tongue. Tonight is going to be lovely, he mumbled once more as he reached his free hand out to snuff the small candlelight out, engulfing him in darkness. Mendel took a deep breath and pressed his thumb into the trigger. Bang. The gun's barrel made a flash in the darkness. Mendel's body instantly fell limp as the gun fell from his hands. I think you mean limp. Anyway, as the gun fell from his hands back onto the tub tray, his body still floating on top of the tub water, yet not a drop of blood to be seen.
Would you like me
One
to have a
minute.
shot? Go right ahead.
Yes.
Oh, no,
Our
yes.
our boy Danger is back. Have a go, sir.
I just pop out of nowhere like that. Just
Ah,
when you least expect it. I scare people who are high.
All right, real quick, Danger. I don't think you read Gibson's absolute dumpster fire of a piece of work.
I have.
Okay. What do you give it a rating of? Because we need to get your score. We're just rating these out of 10 now to make this simple.
We're just
in
rating these out
comparison,
of 10.
like 1
Okay.
being the worst and 10 being like the like God's gift to literature. What would you rate Gibson's?
I'd give it a 6. Like
Okay,
just
so
solid. It was
that bumps
It-
him up to a 17 then.
it was very cringe.
And what would
It
you
was meant to be
give
cringe.
Nocturnes?
Nocturnes, and I had to give it an 8. It's well written,
Okay.
very good. Yes.
That
yes,
bumps
yes.
Nocturne up to a 25. All right. We can get back to this then.
All right. You okay with me going, Leo?
yes.
To
yes.
make up for this. All right.
I need to go get more water. I'll be right back.
Please go get more water. Please. You sound so fucking high. All right.
Yeah, that woman.
So sorry.
Leo, you sound fucking blasted. Like, goddamn, I'm feeling a little bit of a buzz, but holy shit, I am not there yet.
Oh,
I'm
good God.
So sorry.
I'll get
am
there.
So sorry.
Give me time, I'll get there.
All right. When Mendel opened his eyes once again, he found the world around him visible, not necessarily brighter, but more easier to see than before. Like the veil of a dull gray was thrown over his eyes. He was still in the tub, his body floating atop the water. Young Mr. Mendel looked down at his limp arms, glancing between the two. He then lifted one of his arms up, only for it to not pick up on command. Instead, a gray shade of his body followed. With a small smile to himself along with a chuckle, he wiggled his fingers around before looking towards the revolver, reaching towards it, his fingers slipping through the gun, but still grabbing onto something. A gray shade of the revolver, the cylinder and engravings glowing a faint gold. He stuffed the revolver into his suit pocket before climbing out of the tub, leaving his limp physical body behind and walking towards where the Ouija board was. Sitting at the table were the gray shade of a young woman, her long curly hair dangling down with not even the slightest sway of life. She had her back facing Mendel, most likely staring down at the wooden board. Abigail, Mendel cried out with a smile. The girl did not respond. Abigail? Mendel called out again, his smile lowering as he got closer. The girl did not respond yet again. Abigail. Mendel said her name once more, walking next to her and towards her face. For a split second, her eyes looked pitch black, hollow even, like there was nothing there. The next second, a flutter of eyelashes made the eyes become visible as they blinked a few times. Then glancing around the room. Yes, that is my name, Abigail. My name is Abigail. The girl responded in a tone similar to a person pretending not to have dozed off. She then noticed Mendel standing next to her, looking up at him. Abigail, is everything all right? The young man began to ask, but was cut short by the young lady drew attention to the ghostly droplets falling from his form. Why the hell are you soaking wet? Did you use the tub again? Why would you even use that thing? Abigail quickly interpreted the young man's concern as she quickly took notice of his drenched attire. She furrowed her brow and ran her eyes up and down his ruined suit in bewilderment. Would you like me to keep going? I can keep going again.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. We on the next page.
Yeah, okay. You two are starting to feel the effects, I can already tell.
Yeah, I did eat before I started this, and this stuff is fucking what proof? Let me see. It just says 40% by volume, which I think is like uh pretty close to like 90 proof, something like that. The good stuff, yes, as Demon Lord Dan says. The good stuff. It's fucking Diplomatico, man. Tastes like vanilla and bananas. This shit is so fucking good. Um, I've been sitting on this bottle for a while. Anyways, let's get on with this sumbitch. Gibson, I know you're privately messaging me this shit, but if you apologize to John and Grand for that piece of work, do not own your cringe, sir. You set out to create a work of cringe, and if you come out of this night with the lowest score, then you will prove that you are Lord of the Cringe. Be proud of your accomplishments, good sire. Apologize for nothing. All right. What is this accent I'm doing?
I think it's a mixture between Irish, Welsh, and drunkard.
I think I'm trying to sound like Tex of the Black Pants Legion for some reason.
Good fucking god.
Yeah, good luck on that end. Note it down. It is noted. Anyways, yes, we are off topic. Need to read. Leo, are you back yet, or do you want me to read?
Hello.
Hoi hoi.
Answer the question, woman.
Where are we in the order of?
We are on
Page 4.
Page 4?
Of which one?
We're on still reading in
We're
Sanatorium.
still reading.
Okay, I'm sorry. I stepped away.
You're fine. You're fine.
You stepped away. Danger read a page. That's all that's happened, man.
Oh, okay. Time is weird for me at the moment. Okay. I'm sorry.
What are you taking? What are you getting high off of? Enlighten me.
Edibles.
I would have assumed it was bath salts, but okay.
Edibles. So you're just getting baked, but slowly.
Yes.
How much have you had?
More than I usually take.
Oh, so it's gonna be real fun for you.
We're gonna have a fun night. We're gonna have a really fun night.
I'm only 2 shots in, motherfucker, and I'm already like, and this is with a full belly of kielbasa and mac and cheese. So.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I just had my second bottle of Coke, so yeah, I'm extra awake.
Hang on for long enough, I'll get so drunk that I'll order Taco Bell via Grubhub or some shit.
I hope you're happy, Nocturne. I hope you're happy.
Kielbasa.
I hope you're fucking happy.
I said kielbasa, Fox. And you can post in like the mute channel. I'm reading it. You don't have to DM me.
Oh shit! Right, we're reading a fanfiction. Okay.
All right, we're getting way off fucking course here.
We are.
We
need counseling. All right, Leo, you prepared to do this?
Sure. All right. I told you already, it helps me adjust from having a body to not having a body. I put a bunch of Epsom. Jesus Christ, hold on. Give me a moment. I need something.
Also, I know it's kielbasa. I'm from the fucking Midwest, Fox. You go fuck yourself. I will pronounce this however the fuck I want. Besides, Don't you heart emoji me, Fox. Type in the fucking mute channel, you coward, and don't you hide your messages.
I told you already, it helps me adjust from having a body to not having a body. I put a bunch of Epsom salt in it, and it causes the body to float. Mendel quickly tried explaining himself. I mean, look at this. You got the curtains closed. You got all the lights out. What kind of ritual are you trying to perform here, Mr. Mendel? The young lady continued on, turning and waving her hand in the direction of the curtains. I know. It seems very far-fetched, but it numbs the senses and helps me move from everything working to everything suddenly not working, Mendel continued trying to explain, gesturing his arms as if picking something up and then moving it over elsewhere. Okay then, use some old clothes. Don't ruin a fancy new suit, the young lady followed up, pointing their hands at the young man's fancy suit, wrinkling and scrunching up. I can't because it's Valentine's Day, Mendel said, being the one to cut her off instead this time. Okay, well. Abigail paused for a second or two before blinking twice as she made an awkward glance around the room, then gesturing some of her curly hair over her shoulder with her hands. It's Valentine's Day? Today? The girl asked in a much more quiet tone, seemingly unsure what to do with this information. Did you not know this? Or did you not know? Mendel asked, his voice softening as well. You lose track of a lot of things here in this place, she replied, turning her head towards the board once again. Well, come on then. I want to take you someplace nice, the young man said, presenting his transparent hand out towards the young gray lady. She looked towards his hand before letting out a nervous laugh and turning away, shaking her head. Dad, I can't, the lady replied hesitantly before looking back at him, a dampened smile growing on her face. Why not? The young man asked, stepping slightly closer as he began to smile as well. Because I'm dead, Mel, she explained, motioning her arms down, then giving a half-hearted titter. Well, look at that. I'm dead too now, he quickly replied, moving his arms outwards to present his ghostly gray form. Someone else?
Oh, right. Sorry, I've been kind of speed reading through this sucker. Let's see here. What page are we on?
5?
Okay. That doesn't count. You can just come back to life with the... She tried excusing, tittering as she spoke. Abigail, please. Bindell interrupted her, cutting her right to the chase. Tonight is going to be lovely, he reassured her, looking into her eyes. The girl hesitated for a few seconds, then made a breathless sigh before grabbing his hand, tilting her head down to hide a small smile as she stood up. Fine. Where do you plan on taking me this evening? The young lady asked as she looked up to meet his eyes. I was thinking of first going to that nice little diner I heard about recently, then take a walk down by the beach, a little sightseeing, and maybe just sneak into the Omerta to dance. Mendel began, but was cut off as soon as he mentioned the Omerta Hotel. No Omerta. I've told you before, don't go to the Omerta when you're here. Abigail cut him off, her smile quickly dropping as her tone became sharp with warning. What's wrong with the Omerta? The young man asked hesitantly, his smile lowering as he blinked with a puzzled gaze. A lot of things, she simply replied with a neutral expression. All right. Just the diner, the beach, and whatever comes after it is, then, he replied with a light smile, grasping her hands. And with that, the two headed out of the room, hand in hand, into the gray beyond of the city of Babylon. We want to end here because I know that this one goes a long while.
All right, yeah. So,
It's in Sanatorium in the audience.
is he? Yes, he is. Get up here. Come on, get your ass up here. Come on, come on. I can't have this much energy. It's not good for
Buongiorno.
me. Hello, hi. Tell us
Yeah.
about your work.
I kind of had this idea back whenever mediums were first announced, and I just never had time to really write it. So, yeah, I'm not good at writing romance. I have no idea how to be in a relationship.
It is cute. It's very cute. Reading all what I have read is very cute.
Thank you.
I do kind of want to read the last part at the end, but with it has Aster and Vermin.
Oh yeah. Oh, you already got to that part?
Yeah,
Wow.
I read fast.
Can I talk about?
But yeah,
Of course.
you want me to read that part?
Uh,
Yeah,
Oh,
you
is
can
it?
if you want.
I want to see if I can do an impersonation of Vermin and Aster.
oh gosh.
Do it.
All right. At the local police station just across the park from the Omerta Hotel, a purple-eyed, candid derp with gold rings around his pupils sat at his desk, flipping through the pages of his books. A black cat laid seemingly asleep. What's the cat's name? On top of a pile of papers on the desk, the tip of its tail lifting up and down every now and then. The derp then stopped, giving a baffled look as he stared at where a page once was, torn pieces from a page sticking out of the border. Hey, Aster! The derp called out, still staring down at the torn piece. What? A voice called out from down the hall. Did you take a page from my journal? The derp asked, flipping a page before flipping back to the torn pages. No. Why? An orange-haired Felid with a tan coat answered, entering the office and leaning his shoulder against the doorframe. Someone tore out a page, the derp replied, squinting down at a little bit of ink on the torn pages. I wouldn't worry about who might have torn it out too much. Do you remember what you had written on that page? Aster asked, putting a cig in his mouth and cupping his hand to light it. Absolutely not, the derp admitted, following by giving a sigh and leaning back in his chair. Figures. Don't worry. It'll probably pop up in your head again eventually. The Felid assures the derp as he turns to walk out the door. You're probably right, but it still bothers me, the derp says as he continued to stare down at the torn pages of paper, deep in thought. In the corner of the room, in a world of grays, an uncanny eye stared at the derp, its pupils shaking and trembling. It gave a mixed expression of panic and anger, staring at the cross-eyed Candid, despite it having no features save for a singular eye. After a few seconds, the eye slowly submerged into the building, disappearing from view. It's my Vermin impression.
I like
very
drunk
good.
foolery. I like drunk foolery. He does funny voices.
Funny voice.
Funny voice man, go burr.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Funny voice man. All right. Now let's get on to actual judgment.
German but Irish. I am not fucking Irish. I'm goddamn American. Am I giving him an Irish accent somehow?
Foolery.
What?
If
Apparently, yes.
okay. Yeah, all right. I was gonna say something and then it blanked out of my head, so we're just gonna move on.
What are we rating this boy's work?
I wanna, you know what? I'm gonna give this a 9. Like it was very well written in the way it was. It was interesting and intriguing. The Aster bit at the and the Vermin bit at the end was good, like that. And it's because I remember you did say beforehand that this was going to be a fan fiction kind of outside of the Syndicate, which is a different take, kind of like of how this would play out. It had some unique concepts, and you do this with a lot of your work. But yeah, 9 out of 10. I didn't give it a 10 because it's a little all over the place to me, and it's very fucking like just weird and hard to understand with all this sort of stuff. But I really did like this.
Thank you.
All right, Leo, what do you give it?
I think Leo's on the outside.
Oh gosh.
No.
Leo.
Hello. 10.
Oh my. Leo gives it a 10. In Sanatorium, listen to me, buddy. I love you. I love you with every bit of my heart as a fellow BPD officer and my chief. And I'm still gonna give you an 8.
Okay.
It's fantastic. You are an excellent writer, but
Okay.
yeah, I love you.
I don't know how I feel about being in between you two with this.
All right. Well, that puts a 27 for Insanatorium.
Yeah, all right.
Congratulations, Chief. Get the fuck out of the call.
Get the fuck out. Go. Get the fuck out. Go fuck off. All right, yeah, let's move on. So, all right, next work we've got up here is the work that was submitted by the Foxy Demon. And
let me find
yes, this is The Beast Within, Chimera X Yone. And are they in the call right now? I don't see them. No. All right. But
No. Oh,
yeah,
that's
this
going
is-
to dock him some points. No, too good to be here while we're reading this tripe, huh?
I can't believe it. That's so fucking rude. I can't fucking believe it. No, it's utterly disgraceful.
Mm.
The nerve.
Shame.
All right, let's get fucking into this. So this is like around 4 pages. It goes up to 5 a little bit, but there's a little segment there. So I can start off with this one.
God damn. Yes, by all means.
Y'all enjoy your weed and your alcohol.
I am on shot 4.
This is gonna be a long night.
Drag up Jurassic. What? Why Jurassic?
Because
Hold
he's
on.
one of the characters in this story.
Okay,
Yeah.
bring Jurassic up here.
Yeah. Also, I want to make a note to somebody in this crowd. Hey, Sierran.
Oh my fucking god!
Fuck. Are you okay?
Jurassic,
I'm okay.
join the call.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Get up here.
Jurassic,
Get up.
accept.
Jurassic.
Oh my
I guess
god!
he's just gonna.
If this Walmart brand fucking T-Rex doesn't get the fuck in this call, we gonna have some words, son. You best be AFK, motherfucker.
If this Barney the dinosaur ass looking motherfucker doesn't get his ass up here right now.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna have their pee-pee slapped. And it ain't gonna be me.
Someone quote this. All right, let's get on with this. I think it's just I can't believe that's 2 people who are too good to do shit. Unbelievable. All right. So,
I'm disappointed.
it was a normal day in Babylon, although the forecast over the radio called for showers later in the afternoon. An old man tending his store sprayed the gas planes of his door and display windows with a spray from a spray bottle before wiping it down with a cloth. A familiar face came downstairs from the back room. She rubbed her blue eyes, and she had just woken up not so long ago. Ah, Miss Lanchester, the old man's wrinkly face turned into a smile. You had a nice rest? Yes, thanks. Chimera returned the smile before grabbing the broom next to the door. She had worked at the small town shop selling general goods with a man named Jeffrey Ainsley. I think that's how you say it. All right. commonly
And-
known as Mr. Ainsley around the town. She didn't work for money, but worked for a place to stay close to the hotel. Mr. Ainsley had grown accustomed to the outworld beings that often scouted the streets. After the incident regarding Rampage's monkeys near the streets close to his shop, he had purchased a shotgun and kept it behind the desk. Kamira grabbed a broom from the supply closet and began to sweep the dirt and dust bunnies out of the floor. She just did basic housekeeping as Mr. Isley no longer had the strength or energy to do it as often. Kamira just kept sweeping out the doorway until she saw a flash of blue from a distance. Her lips curled into a bright smile upon looking at the familiar figure from across the street. Yone, she waved at him. Kamira? He looked a bit puzzled before crossing the street. He didn't know she worked or stayed at the shop, but was wondering where she went once the hotel closed. She never had a room booked to his knowledge, and only once a week, or once or twice per month, he would stay at the same room as him in the hotel for a night. Kamira was about to go, but Mr. Aisley held the broom that was on her grip, temporarily stopping her. He took it from her crutch. Go ahead, have fun, Miss Lanchester. He gave a sweet smile before returning inside his shop to put the broom away. So, you work here now? Yeah, it's not much, but it's something. He exchanged like work for rent for me, but plus I feel bad for the old man, she said and began walking down the sidewalk with Yone by her side. Her hands were in her pockets. He barely has enough energy to knock down those cobwebs in the shop with the duster. Who wants to take it from here? Foolery, thank you for volunteering.
You fucking spider dick. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, boy. Eon shook his head. Kamira had always been the nice type and tried to help out whenever she could. That was probably why she was a part-time maid for the hotel. Or maybe she just liked cleaning. Those thoughts were in Yon's head. Oh my god, this fucking font offends me. It's hard to read. Yon's head as he arched his head to look at her. She was a bit shorter than his stature. He had a feeling to hold her close in an embrace, but the feeling was also so strong enough that he felt like he would lose control and hug her tighter than usual and break a rib. He never intended to inflict any sort of bodily harm to her. They stopped at the side of the sidewalk and waited for the cars to pass. Yon's hands shook before he placed one on Kamira's head and patted her. She was momentarily confused before she closed her eyes and leaned against the side of his body for a few moments. They had the perfect opportunity to cross the road, but instead, they stayed in position for a bit before waiting once again. Neither one was complaining. I bet not, you fucking whores. This warm feeling inside of me, Yon thought to himself and cooed a bit, looking down at his lover. I had never had this feeling before. I don't want this to go away. Kamira soon lifted herself off of his side, which prompted Yon to remove his hand from her head. Yon was in a daze until Kamira snapped him out of it. Yon, come on. She grabbed his hand and was mindful of the razor-sharp claws he had. He nodded silently as they both crossed the street, making way to the long archway entrance of the hotel. She lets go and grinned. It's the smile of an angel. Yon stared. His maw trembled as he had no clue what to say. His thoughts dashed away as soon as Kamira took point and was walking ahead without him. He sprinted a bit and was trying to catch up to her. Her hand reached to the door, but Yon quickly grabbed it and opened it, prompting Kamira to go through. She nodded politely and walked in with Yon following behind. She made her way upstairs to the amphitheater, where she was instantly greeted with the smell of alcohol singing her nostrils. Yes, the still smell of alcohol sings to your nostrils. What does it sing? I bet it sings Danny Boy. It was worse than for Yon, but he learned to tolerate it better than Kamira. He was about to ask her, but she was soon pulled over by a young woman in a maid outfit. Kamira, could you help us out real quick? Should I get my uniform? I don't think that is needed, but the woman eyed behind herself to see a few rambunctious people drinking glasses of beer in an apparent drinking contest. Sweet bow, fuck it. I tried to make a zinger and I fucked it up. After drinking their stomach's worth, they tried to disband but stumbled over one another until a maid and a bartender ushered them. Somebody else, please, for the love of God.
Oh shit! Is it my turn?
I think Leo's a lost cause
Yeah,
at this
Leo.
point.
Leo. Okay, let Leo. Is going to be listening most likely, but yeah, everybody give hearts in the tavern mutes for Leo. She. Okay, that works too.
Listen here, you goddamn animals.
You're the one fucking burping into the
I ain't-
microphone.
I ain't talking to you, Danger.
Okay.
I'm talking to these fucking people out there in the audience. Are you happy now, you fuckwits? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you're after? I know. You just want to drag Fox up here. Fuck it. Yeah, Foxy needs to be dragged. You bring Foxy up here. Let's see what this fucker. Din bogging a boop beep. I'm a bogging a boop beep your ass, boy.
Hi, Foxy.
What's going on?
So
What's going
here
on, Foxy?
So I'll lay it out to you like this. The Three Stooges are up on stage. You have the drunken impersonator, the goth kid who's disassociating through the call, and Catnip Girl. It's a fun time. Anyways, tell us about your work real quick in the middle of this. We're just gonna ask in the middle of this. We're not gonna just keep.
Basically, it's inspired loosely on. Okay, it's inspired loosely by BeatStars and basically a little bit of Twilight, but it's also better than Twilight. Same.
Did you just say this is based on Twilight?
That's what I said in the beginning. It says a cheesy story that's probably better than Twilight.
Okay, it is better than Twilight. I'll give you this. I'm done reading this. Danger, we're grading this motherfucker. Let's go. What do you give it? It's my show now, motherfucker. This is my show.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm running this fucking shit. Look at me. Look at me.
I can't see your face.
I'm the captain now.
I'll be okay. I'm gonna give this a 7. This was nice. It was very wholesome. It was a little hard to read at some parts thanks to the font, and it was a little hard with some of the grammar stuff, but overall, heartwarming story, very nice. Foolery was dying.
Fucking Leo's muted. Give me a score. You gave it a, what did you give it, 7?
Yeah, I gave a 7.
I 6.
Yay.
You are at the 7 plus 6, 13.
I think from this point forward, Leo is not going to be able to do this.
Well, shit. We need someone else to give us a fucking score. Demon Lord Dan, thanks for fucking adding me. What is your score of this?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is what the people wanted. This is why you had me do this fucking dumpster fire. You
Foolery.
Spider-Man looking mother Chinese discount brand poorly painted action figure. Eight. All right, you gave it an 8, so you get a 21. Congratulations, Foxy. You get a 21. Get back in the fucking audience.
Thank you for coming, Foxy.
God.
I have to deal with our uncle. All right, this is our drunk uncle now.
Uncle Foolery's got some weird stories for you.
Okay, and we're gonna stop that conversation
You ever
there. We're
been
gonna
to
move on to the next.
Tijuana?
No, where the fuck is the mute option for you in this? Come on.
You ever seen a donkey show, Danger?
I got rid of the problem. back up here, Foolery. Get back up here. I have to invite you like.
You son of a bitch! You fucking kicked me from this fucking call.
Let's move on. So we have next up here is a submission by Foxtailed, called "The Pains of Wars and Love." Yes, exactly. So Foxtail, get up here real quick. Speak very quickly, so then I don't have to be on stage with this man much longer.
Who's putting me in quotations? I can't click on the fucking channel.
Uncle Foolery has some weird stories for you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Foxtail. Welcome up here.
Let's go up, Fox.
Yeah, he's drunk right now, so just
I'm letting
ignore
you
him.
know, Foolery, you already said something about tearjerkers. You're probably gonna fucking cry. Second off, I had to get permission from every person I included in this.
When I'm in this level of pissed off drunk, I'm probably gonna make fun of you.
Nah, you're legit. If you said you almost cried earlier,
I bet I'm gonna read this myself. Danger doesn't even get to read it. And you are gonna stay in this fucking call this whole goddamn time. You hear me?
I'm going to die here.
Yes, you are. Because I'm gonna put my fucking baton up your goddamn ass.
Why are you turning into a fucking Celtic?
It's because it's in my blood.
I'm Irish and you still wait. You're Celtic and you fucking pronounce kielbasa wrong.
I'm not fucking Polish.
I'm not either.
And Leo, I know
they're muted. They can't fucking help you right now.
I know you're deafened, but why did we have to choose Foolery as a third judge? Why did we think this was okay?
No, but here's the thing, Foolery. You should probably be the one to read it because Danger has read it.
I've read one page.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've read one page out of the 5 there are now.
Yeah.
And this is funny thing. This is part 1 of that's gonna be like a 12-thing story. So.
I'm only gonna read this until I'm sick of it.
There's only 5 pages. You're good.
We read up to 2, and then he was like, "Okay, fuck this shit."
Oh.
So,
okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put you down to the audience now.
No, you leave his ass up here.
No.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I'm not letting you verbally berate them. Oh god, fucking damn it,
motherfucker! All right, we might have to bring him back up here, depending on.
Fucking read it.
All right, god damn it! All right. The Pains of Wars and Love. A big room can be seen with 2 females in a bed. One with black hair with gold tips and fox ears, and the other with red and blue hair. There was also a dog-like creature at the end with a collar reading Ranga. The room was peaceful, had a peaceful feel to it. Shelves lined with many books and a desk with documents. Looking closer at all the furniture, there is a traditional Japanese look to everything in the room. The black-haired Vulpin, why is that bold? You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm already finding things to dumpster on fucking Fox.
You haven't even read 2 paragraphs.
Why is this first paragraph in bold and the next one not in bold?
You want explanation. One is scenery explanation. One of them is part of the actual fucking
story. Is this a fucking stage script or a goddamn fan fiction? It's literature. It all gets the same fucking inflection, damn it.
Okay, Foolery, just take a breath. Take a breath, please. Just okay.
Fine.
Foxtail explained to me earlier that this is meant to be sort of like a mix of a stage play and a fantasy.
You fucking people keep pinging me. I'm gonna lose my goddamn shit. All right. The black-haired Vulpin arises from their bed, looking to their left. I need another shot. Fuck this.
Oh my fucking god! 2 fucking words.
6, bitch. Let's fucking go. All right.
I just want to apologize to everybody who's watching this, both live and
somebody record this fucking thing.
Nate is recording this right now, and I just want to say to my future self, learn from your mistakes.
Good. No,
Learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely not.
I want to, because I...
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to keep reading this son of a bitch. All right.
You're gonna
The
get
black
2
haired.
paragraphs in.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
The black-haired Vulpin arises from their bed, looking to their left, seeing the red and blue-haired girl, and says in a whisper, "Morning, my love." They kiss them on the cheek and get out of their bed, their black nightgown that was wrapped around them from the night sleep falling into its natural position, and their 10 tails coming from under the blankets. They walk across their room and see their armor stand, weapon holder, and their clothes hanging right next to it. They put them on and hang their nightgown on a hanger. They walk out of the door of the room. Here's more stage direction. When they leave their room, there's a plate next to their door that reads fucking kanji. I can't read that shit. Oh, parentheses Hideki Shion. The sounds of people marching in unison and metal clashing in the distance. Someone rushing towards the black hair and gold hip Vulpin. Oh, this is my old family. This is fucking Shikaku shit. This is nice. I like it. Hell yeah. Miss Shion, we have an emergency at the Shrine Pavilion, says the person. Shion looks at the person. They're in a black suit, short cut hair with a bow in it. Let's get moving then. They start to run down the hall at full speed. Kidaki, what is going on? Shion would yell as they are running down the corridors to the palace. Miss Shion, Shatai is in a frenzy. They have hurt a few of the other Shatai. Do they have any clue what they are lashing out like that? Said Shion. They heard a gunshot, started screaming about demons, saying that they are killing again, and that they are not to fall to them. They appear to be a soldier from the war back in Japan and is having a PTSD moment, said the Kyodai. And we need to stop them and restrain them as soon as possible before someone else gets hurt, said Shion. As they reach the end of the last corridor, they arrive at the Shrine Pavilion. We can see some people on the ground bleeding and others laying there unconsciousness. Laying there unconscious. Wrong use of the word there. It's spelled wrong. That would be there. T-E-R-E. Not T-H-E-I-R. That implies ownership of the word unconscious. So fuck you. And you did it again.
And I must
you
say
motherfucker, you did it again. Anyways, there is a person with a sword in the center drawn, a few people around them with swords drawn and waiting for them to make a move to stop them right away. Die demons, you are the ones that killed my family and my friends back in Japan, said the frenzied Shatai. The Shatai charged at Shion, preparing to slash at them. The Kyodai that were running with Shion had their sword already drawn and parried the Shatai's slash, almost disarming them. Shion was able to get around the Shatai and tackle them to the ground. You're the ones that killed us back in Japan, the Shatai screamed at Shion. Shion would reel back in shock, their eyes in a glaze. The Kyodai was a Wakagashira, would run up and grab the Shatai still screaming and take them away. Shion scurries to the area behind the shrine, and all 10 of their tails wrapping around them as they curl into a ball. I did not want to kill them. We all wanted to be one soul. That's all we wanted. I did not want you all dead. I'm so sorry, cried Shion. The screams of the other souls in their head could be heard saying, "You killed us," over and over. No, I had no clue I would be the only one left. I can't do it without you all. You were all I had left, said Shion in a panicked voice. You did this. We all died for you. We suffered for you to be the only one left. We hope you die. We hope you suffer for all the pain you have caused, said the voices. That's what I'm feeling towards Fox right now. Shion is crying, barely able to breathe, and their crimson foxfire igniting them as through trying to stave off the memories of mental attacks and that are been running through their heads at that moment. A wood elf in a suit walked around the corner and looked at Shion, unable to see their face, but recognizing their fire. Morning, Shion. How has your day been? and I see you are practicing your foxfire, said the wood elf. Still in a panicked state, Shion looks around after hearing the voice of the wood elf, trying to steady their voice as much as possible, but failing. And the voice can be heard to have clear strain in it. Morning, Crab. That's my recruiter. Yeah, Crab. Yes, I'm fine, and yes, I'm practicing my fucking fox is messaging me again. Fucking, I'm trying to read your don't you hard emoji me, you fucking slut. Where was I? A murder is what you are. Someone that always have the blood of family on their hands and will continue to kill people that they love and most and say to stay by their side, said the voices to Shion. Shion reels back, scared to see this come to fruition. Shion would start to hum the song that their parents taught them. And all of a sudden, you can just hear the voices getting quieter till they come to a stop. As Shion's flames start to calm and move now as though they are dancing to the song. After a few moments, they would stand, their flames disappearing, leaving them with their face slightly red. Crab would look at Shion and finally notice that they were hurt and say, Shion, I'm so sorry for disturbing you. Are you okay? Do you need me to get someone? To which Shion shakes their head, saying no, and walks away to the forges for the morning. After Crob, what the fuck is a Crob? After Crab, Jurassic, why the fuck are you in here? Get back in the fucking audience. We're not talking about your story anymore. Yeah.
Do you want me to take over and read some of this?
No. I'm reading this whole motherfucker. That's what they're here for.
God, Foolery.
And all of a sudden, you can just hear the voices getting quieter. I need another shot. Fuck it.
Look. No,
you
Foolery,
people did this.
Foolery,
You fucking people did this.
Foolery. Okay, stop. Like, actually, just take like a fucking minute. Just
No.
no, Foolery. I'm like actually telling you right now. Fucking stop. So, like, you need to just like, fucking. What part are you on here?
We're still reading this. I know where I'm at. Don't you
Then-
fucking cock block me.
I'm not cock blocking you. Damn it.
And all of a sudden, you can just hear the voices getting quieter until they come to a stop, and Shion's flames start to calm and move now as though they were dancing to this. Wait a minute, I already read this one. Crab would look at Shion and finally notice that they are hurt and say, Shion, wait, I've read that part. Fuck. After Crab saw this, they went to Kasumi, Fuguro, Eka, and Lin because they were friends, blood, family, and a partner to Shion, and needed to know what had happened. We now see everyone in the meeting hall all gathered, Kasumi in their chair and the others in their respective chairs, lining the left and right of Kasumi, Crab in front of them and their katana in front of them on the floor, honor guard at the doors in their full set of armor, making sure no one comes into the room. I am sorry to bring you all here, but as the people closest to Shion, I thought it would be I should inform you of what I came across, said Crab. See, I'm fucking former Shikaku. I could do this, motherfucker. Kasumi would look to the Crab confused. What about you came across? About what you came across? What do you mean by that, said Kasumi. What I mean is this morning I heard about the ruckus that has caused in the pavilion. When I got there, I was informed that it was dealt with and that Shion had gone behind the shrine afterwards and had not come out from there, so I went to inform them of some papers that had been to be dealt with. I saw next came as a surprise to me, Shion behind the pavilion there, foxfire wrapped around them, not letting anyone near them. They seemed fine, though, when we were talking. Then their fire went away and started humming. Then I could see their face was red and they were crying, and I have no clue why, said Crab. Everyone in the room was silent. It was like this for almost a minute before the silence was broken. A wraith with cat-like traits spoke up. So their fire was active, and you said they were crying, and this was after the situation with the ruckus. Yes, it was Eka, said Crab. A bird with fiery red feathers and a suit would look around and say, I got a report that it was Kyodai that was having a PTSD moment. Reports said they detained them after Shion tackled them. Shion then backed away after being yelled at something about killing people. I haven't heard about that yet, Fukuro, said Crab. Well, that is our job, to get a full picture of everything. I looked into their memories to figure out a full picture of what you saw, and what you was like someone had touched a subject they should not, said Fukuro. Well, whatever it was that struck them so bad as to hurt them and send them into a panic, said Kasumi. Well, we can see again the girl with red and blue hair this time, though what we can see has she has a suit on, and she has the look of shock on her face that any of this has transpired. Well, what are we going to do about this? Exclaimed the girl with the red and blue hair. All we could do right now, Lynn, is look into the matter. I think they fucked up their grammar there. I think the parentheses was supposed to be before exclaimed instead of after. All we can do right now, Lynn, is look into the matter more and try to help them. But that is going to be pain to heal a heart that is hurt, said Kasumi. I know that all too well, but when we have all been hurting, she was there for us even when we were the ones to put holes in her heart. I know this all too well. We have been talking during your war, and I may only know what she has told me, but she was so lost, so alone, not sure where to go, said Lynn. I never knew she was hurting like that. Besides the original freak out because of others inside them not responding, she thought they died or disappeared, said Eka. That lines up with what the Shitayu is screaming. You killed them, because who did Shion kill? Otherwise, that would have left this scare on them, said Fukuro. Oh, Jesus.
I can pick up on this if you want, Foolery. Like,
no, I think fuck you. We're done with this.
Okay.
We're done with this one. So much for Tearjerker. You motherfucker, Fox. You motherfucker. Fucking Tearjerker my ass.
I feel like
don't you sad emoji me, you son of a bitch.
I feel like I'm less of a judge and more of a hostage at this point.
Yeah, you are. You are. It's my show now, fucker.
I'm a hostage in my own competition.
What do you rate it?
I rate it. I'll give it a 6. It was good. There were a lot of grammatical errors though. It was a bit odd for some of it, hard to follow a little bit, but it was solid. It was good. You did good, Foxtail Pat.
I give you a 5. I wasn't as cringy as Gibson's bullshit, but it ain't bad. We need someone else to weigh in on this since fucking Leo is muted. Gave up on this fucking ship. Who I'm gonna pick somebody out of your fucking audience. Who's in this audience? And Sanatorium, give me a score, you fuck. Eight? Okay, that works. All right. What is 6 plus 5 plus 8? That is 11 plus 8 is a 19. Congratulations, Fox. You beat out Gibson. So the cringe ass Nene Baby award goes to fucking Gibson.
Well, there's still one left.
There's what? Which one's left?
The Dog and Death, and I will be reading out this one.
Where is it?
It's in the contest submissions.
It is?
Yes, it fucking is.
Fuck
it's the latest
you.
one that's been submitted.
I don't believe you. Oh wait, no, there it is. This one's by Crab. I want to read this one.
No,
it's written by Crab.
You read the last one. I'm reading this one.
This is my show, fucker.
Fuck you. No, this is not. I'm taking back control now.
You let me read this, or I take another shot.
No, I'm still reading this. Take all the.
All right, I'm taking another shot.
I don't know if I do it.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking another shot because of this fucking discount Chinese Spider-Man.
Good fucking god. Okay, you know what? Okay, Foolery. That is the last shot that you're having tonight.
No,
That
it
is
ain't.
it. No,
I will drink as much as I fucking want because I'm a United States
Foolery.
fucking sailor.
Foolery. How many have you had so far?
7 now, motherfucker.
It's been not even an hour. It hasn't even been 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off.
Nah, man. I'm the one with the bottle. You come to Ohio. Get your ass down there to Canton if you want to stop me.
You know what? I very much will. I very much will.
See you.
But first, I'm gonna read out.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna read out this fan fiction first.
All right.
All right. So, is Crab? Guess Crab is here. We're gonna invite you to speak first, and you're gonna say shit, and you're gonna help me. Blink, 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 blink. Come on,
Called police, and he dies.
There we go. Hello.
Hi. Tell us about your work very quickly, please.
Hi, Foolery. Anyway, so honestly, I couldn't really put like a label on this one because it kind of borders between. I guess you could say like it's not meant to be like depressed, but it's not like happy either. It's kind of its own. I feel like it's its own category, but it's just really hard to describe. Just like to keep it short, like a very short description, it's mainly Junie, like the idea of Junie embracing death in a very psychological way. So that's like the description I can give you for it. It's a lot shorter, so it shouldn't be too long.
All right then. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Get out. I'm gonna speed run this bitch. All right. We're gonna speed run this. All right.
Let me get a clock going. There's my fucking phone. Let me see how long you can speed run this motherfucker.
Okay.
My fucking dad called. He's a piece of shit.
I relate to that. All right. Anyways, awakened and startled, Junie crawled out of bed and onto the floor. It wasn't really explainable, but that was the way he liked it to be. He laid on the cold floor in hypnotizing silence. The darkness that he once feared was now his only friend. Hello? He whispered, his eyes slowly focused on the darkest spot in the room. I know you're there, he said. There was no answer. Just that same silence that gently cried in his ears. His mind invited him to think about all the lost hopes and dreams that he had torn apart in that one day. That one day when the music was over. That one day when the ceremony had ended. The day he died. Like playing as a young child, wild and free, his mind was playing with his consciousness. In his mind, he was in the open, running in the grassy field, breathing the scent from heavenly flowers. He was free from the pain that still surrounded his dreams and attacked whenever he was weak. Come run with me, he cried out, frustrated, as he slowly drifted away into another world of his own. The midnight hour had arrived. He was still sitting on the cold floor, staring into the darkness. The person he tried to reach was just one of the many tricks created by his brain. Slowly the person faded away in a cloud passing by. He tried to reach out and grab the person, but no one was there. Created after his desires, his hallucinations brought him in the light that was once offered to him by the ones he loved, the ones that he lost, the ones that never came back, the ones that died. Sitting and listening his way, finding them. Deep inside he knew they were gone. But he kept trying to find a way to meet them once again. The meeting with the unknown, the endless dance of death that forced him to explore his deepest feelings. Traveling over ancient bridges, through towns with no name, running through fields that no one could claim, feeling his heartbeat run faster every day, as the colors of the sky shifted darker and darker, lost in a forest created by pain, swimming in lakes with animals both wild and tamed. Sorry. The cold floor suddenly turned into a beach, with waves as rough as can be. A dog's dream, a dog's death. He walked along the shore, the sun smiling at him. All his fear was gone. He didn't try to fight back as the warm arm of death embraced him and he carried upon the sky, up to the heavenly gates. The end of pain and suffering looking down at the shining sea. The end of dark and lonely nights, as the dog was finally free. I like that rhyming at the end. That was good. All right. So, it's very nice. I'm giving my score real quick, because it is currently 8:12, which would be main event time if there was no event, or if there was an event. So, essentially, I'm gonna give this, I think, an 8. It was very nice, very heartwarming. It was nice to see kind of Junie and that sort of thing with embracing death, because we all know he's very familiar with it.
I'm gonna give it a 10, but I'm gonna subtract 4 because Junie's in it, so it's a 6. Who's gonna give the Nocturne?
Nocturne is
Fuck
not
do
on
you
this
rate?
call.
What do you rate this?
Nocturne's not here.
Nocturne's not listening.
No. Sierran, what do you give this? Sierran, come on. Oh my fucking god. Please give us a real number. Please give us a real number.
Turn into fucking Rick. Fuck Rick and Morty.
Alright, a 5. So that's a 5, a 6, and an 8. And with that, we get getting the calculator app out.
Also, forgot to run the stopwatch. Fuck you, you read that in 3
That's
minutes
a-
and 48 seconds.
That's a 19. Alright.
I've seen 0 completion runs faster than that. You ain't shit. It's a 19.
Yep.
Okay, so we're done for the night. So the cringe ass Nene Baby Award goes to Gibson. Congratulations, Gibson. You're a lord of the fucking cringe. I hope you're proud.
He's not even here.
Fuck him. Fucking. I wanted more grand on JFK action. That's how you could improve that fucking story. But he gets the cringe ass Nene award, and he's king of the cringe. Let's see here. Who gets Sanatorium wins with a 27. Congratulations. Woo! BPD!
Yeah.
BPD! You!
Oh my fucking god, he's turning.
That's the way you do it, motherfuckers.
He's turning into Brody from Yo Mama.
You know, you could have told me Sasquatch was a dude before I shaved him.
Get me out of here. 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 Please, please, please.
You know, it's called a captive audience.
Call someone. Please help me. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how. I wanna go home.
You are the one that started this.
I started this because Gran told me to. I did this. Not on my own volition.
Nah, you could have sacked up and told Grand no. You could have told him no. But did you? No, you didn't. You didn't. You agreed to this.
Oh my fucking god.
You have seen me drunk. Have you not been to some of the events where I've just got absolutely fucking blasted? Do you not know what you were fucking signing up for? Congratulations. You have a fucking drunk, half Irish, half Jersey piece of shit.
We're gonna end this here. Thank you all to everybody who came.
Nah. What does in Sanatorium win? What's the fucking grand prize?
There was never a grand prize.
Oh, there's no fucking prize? Then what's the fucking point?
You get notoriety in Sanatorium. You get a I'll make a special role for you. All right.
Fuck that.
Oh my god.
Where's the fucking the treasury? Where's the fucking treasury?
I don't know. I'm genuinely scared right now, and I don't know how to think correctly. Drunk foolery.
Where's the Santa? No, that's Insane Gray. I added the wrong person. Okay.
Mom and Dad left, and I was left with Uncle Larry, and Uncle Larry got into their stash, and I don't know what's going on. I'm very scared.
50 grand from me for good story.
I think that works. Thank you, foolery.
Who's the cringe ass name? Gibson.
Gibson gets Gibson.
Gibson gets 10 grand for being king of cringe.
Wait, we're
Oh,
just giving 10 grand to the last place?
Yeah,
Why?
because he is
not how
king
Stop
of
holding
he is
danger
king of the
hostage.
cringe.
That's not how this works.
It is how it works because I
That's
say
not
it works.
how this works.
That is how it works because it's what I
No,
say.
it's not.
I
What
have
the
$500
Foolery.
million.
What the
I
hell
can
is
do what
wrong
I
with you?
want.
What the fuck are you
Foolery.
saying?
Yes, Nocturne.
Yo,
Hi.
stop holding everybody hostage.
What?
Stop holding everyone hostage. You heard me.
Okay.
Wait, that's all I had to do? That's
You
all
can
we
go
had to
now,
fucking
Danger.
do? That's all we had to fucking do to get him
That's
to
'cause
leave me up? What the fuck?
That's because I'm amazing, okay? You're welcome.
That's because she's my boss, technically. Why the
You know-
fuck is Den in here?
That's all, folks!
I'm not a she, first off. Second off.
No, you are my
Y'all are
boss
dismissed.
for Voices of the Alley. You are my boss.
I need
This is
therapy.
true.
I need
In
therapy.
either case,
I
y'all
need
are
therapy.
dismissed. Get the fuck out of here.
I need help. I need counseling after this.
I
don't
can't
know
help
what to-
you. You can come hang with the Diablos if you want.
I
Don't
don't know what to
send me
do.
the bill,
I don't-
motherfucker. I ain't
don't-
paying for it.
I think I was going to go on VR, but you know what? I think I just need just some time to just contemplate my life choices and all that.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go talk to other people.
I think I'm mentally scarred after this. I thought the first fan fiction contest was bad. I thought the second one was worse, and this one I think just takes the cake. I don't fucking know what to do. I would say that I'm acting for the bit, but I'm genuinely not. I'm genuinely scared. I'm genuinely scared.
Danger. How do you feel?
I don't want to. I don't. I don't know.
Would you like a hug, Danger? Would you like a hug?
I'm not crying. I'm just laughing.
It's understandable. It's understandable, but what the God, yeah,
I'm gonna get off now, and I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go just rest for 10 minutes, and then I'm probably just gonna go get on VR and just vibe.
it's understandable. Yes. Yeah. That's basically all, folks, and everything else like that. Yeah. My
Sierra, to answer your question, I have no idea. I don't know anymore. I don't want to think anymore. I'm just gonna go. So yeah, I'm gonna boot Grand and Leo from the call because they're deafened and all that. But yeah, thank you all. Have a good night. See you later.
Stay cursed.
That's all, folks. Not gonna be